What's up, guys? How are you?
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Welcome to the Savage Ladies podcast on location.
Yeah.
On the road. New pit stop for me for tonight. So, and also a very new situation for us. Not live, which is still blowing my mind. But yeah, we are doing this. It's going to happen. Round 2. Fight. I'm just saying. You guys want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Melly D, Melvin Melly D. Davis, lead vocalist and tambourinist for MX the American.
I'm Rad Ray Terrell. I'm the other lead vocalist for MX the American. Savage Ladies of Metal Rock.
Yes. So we got MX American. MX the American, episode 23, and special recording day. We've never had to do this on an off day. You guys are our first. You pop that cherry. And
yes.
Also, Marla.
There
was some issues with Marla connecting to the Zoom link, so we made this happen. She's on the phone, and I just propped that bitch up, and she's still part of the interview. So we are making this happen. You guys, thank you so much for being cool and understanding about everything that's been happening. You know, this is a hell of a trip for me right now. So yeah, today's been an interesting day. All right, so guys, let us know, how did you come up with your name? How did you come up with MX the American? What's the story behind that?
Well, the name of the band was called MX when we started it back in '82, and it stayed that way for quite a few years. We recorded under that, toured under that name. But then as the internet came about and people started selecting a lot more bands out there, getting names and stuff, we decided to change the name because me and Melvin are veterans in the first place, and everybody in the band's an American. And every time somebody would look for MX, they'd say, is that the guys from America or USA, or is that the MX from Brazil? Because there's different other bands that took that name on, even though we own the name in DC under trademark. But it's hard to, a lot of other countries don't recognize our trademark laws and stuff like that. And there's not much you can do about it unless you can hire a big lawyer and go down and try to do a lot of things. And we don't want no issues with anybody. So MX the American, MX is actually under everything. Binary, ones and zeros, it's Roman numerals, it's everything you can imagine. So when you go to try to look up that, you find infinite things with that name. So MX the American, establish where we're from, who we are, what we're about, and you can look it up anywhere, and there's only one MX the American worldwide, unless somebody's trying to be an imposter or something. But right now, you can find all of our stuff under MX the American, and there is no issues as long as you put MX the American in there. And it's working great for us right now.
That's awesome. That's crazy. There's so many other MXs out there. Actually, I didn't even know.
Well, you don't know until you get involved in a name. And I see so many bands out there today all around us that's having to put a tag behind their name because there's so many other, there's infinite amount of people thinking the same thing everybody is a lot of times. I mean, so there's always somebody that's got another name. There's no new names out there.
Oh yeah.
You just got to find some kind of combination or something that's going to identify you. And if you're trying to be successful with that name and be worldwide or whatever you're going to be, you need to have that, because you're going to just run into confrontation up the road. And you'd rather stamp that out now if you can and find the right thing that nobody's using and try to find that, that good name. And that's a tough one these days, because there are so many bands out there, and there's some great bands out there.
Yeah.
And just make sure you're registered through the Library of Congress, and you have trademark rights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually had the same thing when I created the Savage Ladies of Metal. There is a similar name out there, and I looked into it, and that one word, savage, changed everything and what we represent and what we do. And I was able to buy the name and own it. So I got all the rights to everything, So I totally understand that one word can make a big difference in how you promote it.
Does. A major difference, yeah.
Absolutely. Marlo, you want to go? Marlo's all shiny. Sorry about the glare, Marlo. This is the best I can come up with.
That's okay. Yeah, one of the questions I have is actually who writes the music? Is it one of you? Is it all of you?
Well, all of us participate in it. Melvin writes all his parts. I come up with a lot of the rhythms. Now Ray Godman's in the band, and he's doing a lot on creating on rhythms also. And so it's a joint effort between everybody in the band. Jeff, Jeff Bender or Detlef, the drummer. Jeff Bender's the bass player, and Ray Godman. But I would say Melvin, me, and Ray kind of predominantly are writing the stuff right now. But like I say, I can't say we do it at all because those guys bring it to the table. There's a lot
of good input
stuff, So, so, and a long time ago, most of the time, yes, I was a more dominant writer in the band before, but the last few years, I mean, Melvin's, he's got his own stuff to say, so he's always bringing his own stuff. I couldn't even write what he's writing, but it works good with what we're doing. That's the big thing,
Okay, so I'm going to feed off that question, Marlo, if you don't mind. What kind of creative process do you have to be in order to write your music?
Well,
been so many.
Yeah,
there's a lot of ways. I'm usually outside getting mauled by pit bulls, and no.
Running
talk about what goes on in the house.
Running from some girl or doing something. whoever.
Whatever comes out of your mouth is a lyric.
It's a strenuous process.
It happens.
Okay.
Well, it takes. I don't know. It's we've been from straight to high as hell to now. These days, we try to be on the straighter side of things to where you can kind of keep things going and be sincere about what you're doing. But I don't know, it's a lot of life experiences and stuff, and whatever we see or pick up during our life, but most of it's all real life stuff that we're writing on. All of it is really. But as far as being able to, you just got to be in I don't know, sometimes they come like regularly for us, any moment, but then sometimes it's kind of in spurts, and sometimes it's kind of the most part of it comes in spurts, I would say, but it comes right when we need it. It comes out of our head. It's hard to explain that writing process. It happens when it happens, and sometimes it happens all the time, but then sometimes it takes a while.
You guys carry like a notebook and pen with you at all times, just in case, like you're just all of a sudden something pops in your head, you got to write it down, or you text yourself.
Yeah, I got my phone. I got my voice recorder on my phone, and my text set up to where I text whatever in.
You know what? I text myself to remember things too.
A napkin. I got 50 zillion napkins, man, from restaurants. Man, I got all kinds of notebooks in here. My truck is loaded with notebooks and everything. But you never have what you want when you go to write something, hardly though. You'll never have write it. You can have all those things, but that inspiration is going to happen when you ain't got a damn one of them in your hand. You know, but you gotta try to grasp something quickly, because sometimes that idea just goes away.
Yeah.
That's why I got that voice recorder on my phone. I can hum something or a tune in my head or into the phone, and at least I've got that. I might listen back later and go, "What the hell was that?" But a lot of times I don't. A lot of times I can still remember that, and that's good.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I mean, like I said to Marley, and I text myself too. I get it all the time. Every day I'm sending myself reminders, but then I forget to look.
I know. I got 500,000 of those things. I'm going to remember that. Yeah, right. 40 more texts pass out before I even use it.
I used to write poems and short stories, and oftentimes I would be in the middle of a sleep and just jump up out of my bed because of something that I was dreaming about that was in my head, and just start writing it all down.
I hear a lot from a lot of people. I hear from a lot of people, and there's just everybody, just even writers, no matter what it is, that they dream shit, and they just, they end up writing masterpieces, or, creating amazing things just from those dreams, I can't write about my dreams. Stephen King would love me that much, I know. So,
Yeah, and I'm above Stephen King. We won't write about dreams.
yeah, no, especially mine.
We have all kinds of stuff about dreams in our stuff. Whatever you can remember of the fragments. Melvin writes a lot in the studio too. So do I. We both fly by the seat of our pants a lot of times. We got that idea and we start humming stuff to each other and singing the line, and then I'll go dun, 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 and then Melvin goes, all right, let me go. And then he starts rapping words in there, and then it works out good. We've done real good on a lot of different stuff that we recorded that way.
Yeah, sometimes spontaneous stuff can be the best thing.
Yes.
You know?
Oh,
yeah.
That's cool though. I can't wait to see you guys whenever you guys get your butts up here.
No, you guys are coming to Metal in the Mountains.
Come on out to Metal in the Mountains. I hope you're going to be there.
Every time I hear that, I cringe because yes, yes. You know, I actually sent them a message saying if there's any way I can help, I'd be more than happy to. You know?
What'd you say, Marla?
Last year, we need to make it happen this year.
Seriously, man.
That's right.
Done. You know, I wish it was that easy. I really do. Yeah. So we will work on that though. But yeah, speaking of Metal of the Mountains, welcome back to number 2. Right?
Yes.
Second time you guys are going back.
Oh yeah. And it's a lot of killer bands on this thing too. I mean, there's still other bands they got to announce right now, but there is some awesome acts. There's some bands from last year and some that weren't. But there's a Ginger, I think, is going to be there. Stabbing Westward. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of bands. Haymaker. I mean, a lot of it. You know, Inferior Design. I mean, there will be a ton of them. I hate to even name one band because I wish I could name them all right now. I don't have the marquee in front of me, but there is a lot of killer acts that's going to be on this. It's going to be awesome. Dragnum. I mean, there's a lot of different ones.
Yeah, at the lineup every day they announce a new one, like every day on the website. It's like, you know, number 30, number 31, 32. Yeah. And it just gets better and better every time. It's just like, dude, oh my God, I got to get there.
Yeah, it's going to be kicking ass. It'll probably be about 60 bands. I mean,
yeah,
it's awesome. And it's very easy in and out there too. And no incidents last time. There, you know, nobody overdosing, nobody dying, nobody wrecking, killing themselves, no kind of craziness like that. But yet a lot of good people showing up there. And this year is going to be even bigger.
Yeah. That's
it's way out in the country. It's way out in the mountains in the country. Pipestem, right across from the state park. You can camp in the state park right there, and it's awesome.
That's what I was gonna say. I got a new tent and a queen size mattress I want to try out. So come on, Fran.
I got a king size now. I got a
Fran would not be in the mattress on the mattress. I'm just letting you know.
You know what? I love camping, but I need to start getting into RVs. I need the RV. I need my own damn bathroom shower.
Don't they have a little motel there, not too far from their ride?
Oh, well, you got to go into Princeton. I mean, they have a little something right inside of Pipes at Athens is the little town right before it, but there's not much there besides the Concord University and stuff. But you got to, and everything will be booked up there. So Princeton is going to be the place, and it's only 15 miles from there. We get a room there also. I live
in far at all.
No,
but you won't make it there.
You gotta probably book that like 6-7 months in advance, maybe a year probably too now at this point, you know?
Yeah.
You won't make it there. It's like Woodstock all over. It's like Woodstock all over. You will not make it to Princeton.
You'll see all the cars lined up down the street and everyone just walking.
That's it. Once you're there, you're there.
Yeah. So that'd be awesome. We need to figure something out. We can go, but other than that, you guys got other shows coming up? What you got going on?
We got another festival in Jacksonville, Florida coming up in November. And we've got probably a 4 or 5 of the shows right now that we're working on concreting them in. We're kind of waiting on concreting them until we're trying to catch up on this new album we're working on right now. And we're pretty close to, we're doing the leads on the album and recording. And then we've got to do mixing and stuff. And so hopefully within the next couple of months here, we'll be back rehearsing on everything. And then we're going to, you know, it'd be nice to get into quite a few places like maybe the Pit up in Virginia. There's a
You
whole
need to
bunch.
come this way.
Yeah, definitely a show up in Indiana, you know, and I need to go up there and do a show because there are a lot of people right there. I know. And same thing over in Louisville and stuff like that. It'd be nice, you know.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle of the two.
I know
Indianapolis
you
and
are.
Louisville.
Yeah, Huntington.
She'll drive everywhere in 5 hours except for Chicago.
Yeah.
No, I've only been 3 hours, so, but I'm driving to Chicago.
Okay, maybe 4. No, you've done 4 before. I'm just saying.
Maybe
But
the brown bug or something.
You know what? We can meet in the middle. Pecan.
Just the East Coast area, up and down. Right now, we're working it. But there is a lot of avenues opening up to us towards going west and you know, mid central as well, where you guys are. So that's why I was begging you to get us into the Taste of Chicago, which is coming up your way.
And that's, you know what? That's a question. I can't remember. Did they shut that down?
No,
there's been a lot of issues. No, you know what? I haven't gone in like 20 years myself.
I know, but this year is booked. We had some people check into it. This year's already booked. You know, everything is always booked out a year ahead.
I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that because I mean, besides COVID, you know, of course that shut down. But
COVID has been in the way of everything.
If I remember correctly, it shut down before COVID, though.
Yeah, but a lot of things are open back up.
No, she's right. She's right.
No, this is for something totally different though. It's Chicago. I love you, Chicago. But yeah. No, but I will let you know. I'm gonna look into that after this interview, and I will send you guys a message ASAP. I promise you on that. I'll look into that right away. So yeah, we'll work on that. But yeah, for the shows, I mean, you guys got some good shit coming up, and you're working on your next album, which you guys actually just released last year.
Yeah, the last one was, our 9th album was Appalachia Voodoo Factory. We released that on Curtain Call last July 4th, and that album's doing really good right now. We got 3 videos out on that. Coming Home, that's got like 300-something thousand views on it now. The Mountains, close to that. Then Enemy, which we got a lot of footage from Blue Ridge Rock Festival and Metal in the Mountains in. And that's climbing pretty good right now too, because we got worldwide radio airplay going on everything. So we might just be playing kind of on the East and Midwest a little bit right now, but we're a national act, so we definitely will be out there.
Not yet. But that's cool though. But you guys got some videos coming soon? I think we had this conversation already.
Yeah, we got a brand new one that we're about to start working on. We're about to go film probably in about a month and a half, about 6 weeks. We're gonna, I think over here in South Carolina, we're gonna shoot a video on a song that we're gonna release first off of the new album, which is gonna be called Kingdom of the Winter Clouds. And that won't be released till probably about January or February of next year. But the single, we're going to release the first single probably around July 4th. And then our next single, hopefully around Halloween from that album there, and get it ready for that. Get a good head start on that before we just release the album, you know.
So the one that's for Halloween, Marla's going to dress up as a schoolgirl.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, bear with me. Like a minute ago, I bit my tongue and I was trying to hide it. It hurts so bad.
She's already dressed as a schoolgirl.
While you're talking, I'm like, ow. I'm calling myself out. I'm sorry.
Halloween's my favorite time of year.
Oh yeah,
I
mine
love
too.
Halloween.
I was a nun 2 years ago.
I never lived Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Halloween too. Got to throw some parties. So, but so there was actually a little while where you guys weren't doing anything. There was what, like a 10-year gap, right?
Yeah, probably around, I think around 05 or something like that. Well, around 06 till maybe 07, till about the beginning, until 18. And that's when we came back and we changed the name, you know, and altered to MX the American, kind of picked up everything, reformatted some albums we had out under MX, and we had working titles on some of those, and put those out internationally. And there we have, this is our 10th album we're working on right now. So Appalachia was our our 9th album.
Right.
And so we had 2 albums we put out around 2020, we had been working on that right before we took a break for a while. And like I was telling yesterday when we were talking, my son got killed a few years back, and it kind of really screwed me up really bad. So it kind of had me where I couldn't play,
so
and
sorry,
I couldn't
man.
do nothing or anything. And it's like, took me a while to come around. Dutloff, my drummer, he calls me up one day and he's like, man, you need to listen to the last album, man. Tell me what you know, it's killer, man. I'm telling you, people are loving it right now. And I finally got to doing that. And like I said, I went to a Smashing Pumpkins concert right after that and saw them playing. And next thing I know, about 3 months later, I had to quit everything else I was doing. And we were full force at everything again. You know, so
back in the saddle.
And all it took was a couple of pumpkins. See?
I got my mojo back, you know, and so then Melvin, you know, got everybody back. Melvin, he jumped back in. I mean,
everybody was game right away when you called them. Everyone was game. They're like in.
Yeah, we never had nothing bad or anything like that between us when we did stop for a while there. I mean, nothing like that. You know what I mean? We had been doing it for a long time since July of '82. I mean, that's a long time. This year's our 40th anniversary. So it's a long time there, guys. We never quit. I did another project in between that. Melvin did too. Plus, he worked for the San Antonio Spurs and stuff. And, you know, there's just a lot of things that we had going on. So, you know, we did that, got off all the stupid shit we were doing, or at least most of it, and kind of pulled things all together. And, hey, it's even for the better now, you know?
Yeah. So you came back you guys probably had a bunch of songs. You guys broke out with a bunch of albums in the last few years. Since your comeback. So you guys had a lot of material to work with.
And we had a lot.
We've been working.
Ready. We had a lot ready when we stopped, and then we had some stuff that we were working on then too. And then we had like I was talking about lyrics and stuff. We had all kinds of lyrics from crazy damn relationships and all kinds of stuff we'd been involved in, our life experiences written that was there. And I'm pulling out today going, holy crap, was I fucked up then? You know, I was like,
so you had the 3 notebook or 5 notebook binders at that point.
Oh yeah, I got like notebooks and notebooks in here right now in my vehicle right here. You can probably see all them notebooks right there.
Holy shit.
That's tons of stuff. I got like satchels of them.
He's got lyrics. A tree in his car was what he's got.
I got to clean my car. That's a bag would have been there.
That's a lot of paper.
It does need cleaning though.
No, that's okay. It's good for recycling, man. Your lyrics are good for recycling.
Yeah, they sure are, man. But me and Melvin's writing lots of new stuff. I mean, we have been recently or lately here in the last 3 months, we've been putting out some really good stuff. I mean, we've been gelling really good together on some stuff.
That is true. That is true.
And if we could, huh?
I said power forward.
Oh yeah. And
thank you
again. Our band members in the band.
Ray, how are the other guys?
Ray Godman on guitar, Jeff Bender on bass, Detlefon Calvin on drums, Melvin Melly D. Davis, lead vocalist / rapper, aka Black Negan, and
Tambourinist. Don't forget the tambourine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the tambourine.
Kid, I'll take a shot to that right now.
Savage Ladies of Metal Rock.
Shooting the sauce. That's great. Oh. That is awesome.
That's when you hit the sauce. That's when you really hit the sauce.
I've never seen that before. The day goes. You saw live. The Italian came out.
You think that's something? Wait till the shows. Go wait till you get to the show.
Are you gonna give me some hot sauce?
Oh, you're gonna get all the hot sauce.
You better watch out now.
Don't take that indirectly. I was really talking about hot sauce.
It'll be hot, all right.
All right, you guys. We got a few minutes to go. Uh, Marla, you want to go ahead and ask them some questions on?
No.
Yes, that kind of goes back to something we talked about the other day. Is war on 10,000 Elephants? Is that war as in war, or how did that song come about?
Well, Melvin and I both have been in the military. We had another guitar player also, Chris Madsen. He had this little riff that he had that plays in the song. And we took that riff and built that song around that with the ideology of we don't like war.
Sure.
I know war is inevitable. War is going to happen it's happened through history all the way, all the way through, and it'll continue happening. But war, W-A-R, wrong against right. So it's whoever says that they're right, the other one's supposedly wrong. So I think that's where they got those letters in the first place. But we do have a video also on that, and it does have war footage from World War II and different other wars and stuff. But it's basically letting you know, look at what kind of devastation this does, man. Who wants this? Nobody wants this. You don't want that. You want to have peace and harmony as much as you can. But as long as man's going to be on this planet, there's going to be conflict and stuff. But we just hope that song right there will break the signal just enough with people to keep people fighting each other. And that right there was premises on that song, on writing that.
Okay. Yeah, I drive out the country and head out to the lake, and I put those CDs in, and war, I just crank it to where I'm in my own zone.
Oh yeah, that thing will put you there. It's kind of like watching like Apocalypse Now, or back in the '60s and stuff, where they had all the Ravi Shankar and all the different people playing on sitars and stuff. It's just got that trippy, acidy kind of feeling to it. Acidic kind of feeling a little bit.
Like that. I just was thinking zone. I'm nowhere else but there.
It's huge too with those.
You know what? I gotta play the hell out of your music and start checking it. I mean, if it wasn't for Marla, she introduced everything. I heard you guys, but I didn't hear your music until she's like, check them out. And she does that, because she wants, she's like, Grant, this is what I'm, bringing to the table. And I was just like, yeah.
We're gonna send you some albums.
I mean, there's, like I said, I have 9 of the CDs. I've only listened to, I think, total 6 of all the way through. Now that I got a new stereo in my truck in the spring, I'm gonna be heading out again. I'll just crank those songs because it just I could be in a bad mood and pop in one of those songs, and one of those CDs, and it totally flips me around instantly to feeling good.
That means it served its purpose, and we love it.
Yeah, great.
It made more than just us happy. It making someone else happy.
Oh yeah.
So I got a question. Your music, the music that the band started 40 years ago, how much has it changed during that time up until today?
Well, it's evolved. It's evolved a lot through the years. Like I say, we went through from a kind of a Priestess, Sabbathy, Ozzy kind of sound, I would say, close. We don't sound like Maiden or stuff like that. I mean, that was a lot of our influences, but we played with everybody back then. But the thing is, from that point going forward, we evolved into, a lot more in-depth in recording, more metal, but I would say more of an alternative metal type sound. We've even done an acoustic album, which is Contagious, and done some orchestral stuff within that. And then we done the Lazarus Phenomenon, which was a industrial type style, kind of in the 9 Inch Nails filter type style, stabbing westward. And then we've brought it back around to where we had Melvin came in with us, and it's the R&B, rap, and metal mixture there. And we had some other female singers singing with us also.
Only 20 years ago.
And then we still are at that same point on that now, but we have brought a lot of the earlier feel back in with what we've got now, And so this album that's going to be coming out, this last album, really brought it, and it still is right now, Appalachian Voodoo Factory. But Kingdom of the Winter Clouds, that album has a little bit more, I would say, of the first and second album feel, which is towards the Priest kind of thing, you know, Ozzy a little bit, you know, stuff like that. I'm not saying we sound like that, but it's a little bit more to that more cutting edge metal of like that, you know. There's some heavier stuff and there's some mellower stuff on there, but I think we've come full circle from the beginning till now.
Good answer.
Circle's complete. That's a good thing. That's a
Good
blessing.
answer.
I did want to say something here is that being in music for so long, sometimes I'll listen to a band and think, oh, well, they sound like them, or oh, that sounds like Jackal or something like that. But
Yeah.
MX the American, you guys' music is in its own total spot from everybody else's. And I think that's what makes
Thank you.
MX
You definitely
American
stand out.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
good because we're at our shows and people are going, wow, you guys sound different, man. And I don't see it, but they see it that way, and you're seeing it. But
yeah.
And that's how
And
you
it's
grab them.
good.
You gotta have that different sound. You gotta have that different
We're
edge.
getting a
And when
lot.
you come left field, people will stop and listen. And you guys got that. You
I
guys
can't
got
hear you.
Because when I hear the songs, it's like, I have got to fucking see this live. I have to.
Yeah.
Guess I'll be coming you guys' way somewhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we definitely got some different stuff. I mean, I look at it, but all the bands that are out now, most a lot of people's trying to be real guttural, and which I like a lot of that stuff too. And I like mellower stuff. I mean, I go from like probably from The Devil Wears Prada back to something like Silver Sun Pickups or something. I mean, real mellow, you know. But I like a variety of all kinds of stuff, even acoustic stuff. But our stuff has got a good cutting edge, and it is different. It's, you know, we just try to stay our ground and keep moving forward and keep the sound fresh and new sounding, even though we try to keep it in a timeless way too, also.
And you're doing it right. Keep pushing, man. You guys, I am so sorry to have to cut this short. You know, like I've never done this before, and this only gives us a 40-minute timer. It sucks. I have another list of questions I wanted to ask you, and I'm known for having goofy questions at the end, but I don't have time. So I wanted to ask you, where can everyone look you up? Where can they find you?
Facebook.com, MX the American Band. Go to mxtheamericanepk.com. Also, you can find us on that. Okay, then you can go to about any download site that there is. I mean, from Apple, Spotify,
All the major platforms.
Yeah, all the major platforms, everyone. I mean, you just look up MX the American in your search, you're going to find us on there. And then if you need to email us, mxtheamerican@yahoo.com.
Awesome. Anything else anyone wants to say before we end the podcast?
Ladies of Metal Rocks.
For sure.
Thank you.
And you're
Carla,
coming
you
to
wanna say
Metal in the
anything?
Mountains.
Yes, we got to stay in touch.
I just
Definitely.
want to say it's good to see you again tonight.
Round
I don't
two.
get to see you live, and you know you're going to see me. Y'all make it happen.
I hear you.
I'll figure out a damn way. I don't care if I got to pull my broom out of the closet.
Right?
Yeah,
And thank you so much.
absolutely, guys. Again, thank you for putting up with the re-interview, round 2 of episode 23
there needs to be many more of
with
these.
MX the American. You guys,
There you go.
thank you. Mad love and respect.
All right, thank you.